Hey guys, it's Fidan. Today we're going to be making gulab jamuns. This is a really delicious Indian sweet, super simple to make with very little ingredients, and they're perfect for iftar. There's nothing that could go wrong with this recipe, so let's get on to making it. First we need to make the gulab jamun dough, the balls. So for that here I have the ingredients ready. We need 1 cup of milk powder, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of ghee and 1 egg. So I'm going to be telling you the recipe for 1 cup, but I've taken 2 cups because everybody in my family likes gulab jamun, so I'm just making a little more. I've added in the baking powder and into it I'm going to pour in the ghee. 1 tablespoon of ghee, but I've taken 2 cups of milk powder. That is the reason I'm going to be pouring 2 tablespoons of ghee. Now just use your hands and mix it up. You need to crumble the mixture and bring it to a crumbly consistency like this. Mix it up really well because you need the baking powder to reach all the parts with the ghee. Then I'm going to add in the egg. We need 1 egg, but as I'm taking 2 cups of milk powder, I'm going to be using 2 eggs. Make sure you use large eggs. So if your eggs are really small, then you can go ahead and use another egg because you need the dough to be really sticky. If the dough is not sticky, then your gulab jamun balls are going to have cracks. So to avoid cracks, you need the dough to be really sticky. So here I've just combined it to a good dough. And you don't need to knead it much, but then you just have to mix it up really well. If you knead it, the ghee is going to come out. Then the gulab jamun balls are going to be cracked again. So do not knead it too much. Just mix it all up and it's going to be done. So the dough needs to be really sticky, and when the dough is sticky, it's going to stick to your hands. So to avoid sticking to your hands, you can just grease your hands with some ghee. Always use ghee. It's always better to use ghee because it's more tastier. So I've just rubbed my hands with ghee and I'm just going to incorporate everything together. Just knead it for 5 seconds, not anymore. If you knead it too much, the ghee is going to come out of the dough. So knead it very lightly, then cut them into really small pieces. You don't want the pieces to be really big because once we fry it, it's going to swell up. It's going to become more big, and also when you put it in the sugar syrup, it's going to become big. So as the dough is really sticky right now, you can make perfect balls without any cracks. And if you feel the balls are cracking, then what you can do is just dip your finger in some water and then rub it on top of the dough, the balls, and it's going to smoothen out. So there are going to be no cracks. Here I've made balls out of the full dough and cover it and keep it until we make the sugar syrup. So for the sugar syrup, I'm going to take 1.5 cup of sugar and 2 cups of water. It's very important to make the sugar syrup before you fry the dough, because we need to put the hot fried balls into hot syrup. Only then will the sugar syrup get into the dough and have more flavor. And also optionally, you can add in a pinch of saffron to make the sugar syrup have more color. And also it will have a good flavor. Now just stir that up and bring it to a nice boil. So while it is boiling itself, I'm just going to pour some ghee into a kadai or your frying pan, whatever. It's always better to fry the dough balls in ghee because they're going to be more tastier. But if you don't have ghee, you can go ahead and fry it in oil. I'm just going to add in the balls and keep turning it with a fork like this. Just keep turning it. And meanwhile, you need to let the sugar syrup boil in the other stove so that you can add in the hot balls into the hot syrup. So here the balls are fried, they are evenly golden. So at this point, you can take it out of the oil and put it into the sugar syrup. I've off the flame of the sugar syrup right now. So add in the hot balls into the hot sugar syrup so that there is going to be more soaking of the sugar syrup. It's going to soak faster and better, so the gulab jamuns are going to be really soft. Again, fry the balls Keep stirring it and frying so that each part is evenly golden brown. Again, add the hot fried balls into the hot sugar syrup. Do the same thing with the rest of the balls and let the balls soak in the sugar syrup for at least half an hour before eating it. And here the gulab jamuns are ready. The sugar syrup has really soaked into the balls and they're super delicious. I hope everybody tries this recipe out, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Love cooking. Bye bye.